Believe we're good. Listen for the mic check. Yeah, we're good. Believe we're good. Sheesh, that was quite the delay. I mean, that playback came like, shit, about 20 seconds after I said what I said. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless, one of the man Lincoln Clay. We're back for a live stream of Low Fuel Motorsports on Automobilista 2. It's been, I believe, a couple of weeks since I've done a live stream of Low Fuel Motorsports. And a lot of that had to do with Le Mans Ultimate. I was on the verge of getting back to my silver rank, had some bad races, and tried to fight and claw to get back what I lost. And for the most part, I have. But yesterday, I did a race on Le Mans Ultimate, and I finished in 10th place. And what really bothered me about that race was my lap times. I don't think they were very good. So even if I make it back to the silver rank in Le Mans Ultimate, unless I get faster, I won't be there very long. With Le Mans Ultimate, it's kind of one of those situations like ACC where you do need to be fast. There are elements to the game that makes people have to be smart with their aggression, but you do need to be fast on Le Mans Ultimate, just like you need to be fast on ACC. Low Fuel Motorsports here on Automobilista 2. Survival is the name of the game. You don't necessarily have to be the fastest guy on the track. You just got to be the survivor, because cars are crashing all over the place, and once they hit the wall, they're done. So if you survive the race, then you'll probably finish good. You'll probably get good rank. So this particular race here is at Monza, and it is in the multi-class once again. I do believe if I can get a top 5 finish, I can get enough rank to get back my silver license on Low Fuel Motorsports. So yeah, I just yeah, that's what it came down to. Hadn't been on AMS 3 weeks, and I needed to take a break from Le Mans Ultimate because the terrible pace that I had yesterday, it just bothered me. I just felt like I needed to take a break for a minute, take a break for a few days, and then come back and try it again. I mean, all in all, I finished in 10th place, but there wasn't a full 20 cars on the grid, so therefore I ended up finishing in the bottom half of the grid. So I actually ended up losing rank that race. It wasn't much though, like 0.3%. So I'll get it back. I just need to like I said, I think I need to take a break for a few days and clear my head. Not only that, after the bad race that I had, I tried to practice with the other cars, and boy, that McLaren, I just cannot trust that car, at least not on Fuji. I was able to drive the car all right at Bahrain, but Fuji, the McLaren is just, I always spin out with that car. The Corvette, yeah. But I see why people pick the BMW. I think when you I think the BMW turns the best, but remains stable. Some of these other cars, when you turn, the car can become very unstable. It can spin around quite fast, especially with the McLaren. It's easy to spin out with that car. So I get why people are using the BMW. So So yeah, bottom line is it rotates around corners, and it seems to be the most stable card doing it. So all right, so enough of that. We got 10 minutes before this race starts. So I would imagine those of you that didn't watch, you are still aware that the CES Consumer Electronics Show happened a couple of days ago, and Nvidia revealed their 5,000 cards called Blackwell. And there's 4 cards in the family, at least to start: the 5070, the 5070 Ti, the 5080, and the 5090. So will I pick up one of those cards? That's up in the air. A lot of it depends on my son, because if he wants the card, well, I'll back up and say that if I do grab a card, it's most likely going to be the 5070. It makes absolutely no sense for me to grab the 5090. The 4090 I have right now has, as I said on Twitter, it's brought me to the mountaintop. The 4090 has allowed me to play all of my games, flat or VR. It's allowed me to play all of them at 4K, epic settings. And in the case of my sim racing games in VR, I've taken a resolution higher than that. So case with, a couple of case scenarios, through the use of the OpenXR toolkit, ACC, I've been able to boost the resolution as high as 3500p. With R Factor 2, I've been able to take the resolution as high as 4000p while still running it at epic settings at 90 frames per second native. No asynchronous space warp or DLSS whatsoever, or just native frame rate. Runs buttery smooth. So for me, buying a 5090 would almost be like buying a Ferrari and then upgrading the engine. I mean, the car already comes out of the showroom likely, going over 200 miles an hour out of the showroom. And unless you take the car on the Autobahn, you're never going to see that type of speed. So what sense would it make for me to upgrade to a car for added power that I'm probably never going to use? With my 4090, I have never overclocked this card. I've only used DLSS on a couple of games. I've used DLSS. I think I've used DLSS 2 on Cyberpunk, and maybe Microsoft Flight Simulator, but DLSS 3, the frame generation, I've never used it. I've never used the frame generation. So if I'm not using it on the 4090, chances are that I'm not going to use the multi-frame generation on the 5090. Not only that, frame generation does not work relative to VR. I think the only games that I know with VR support that use DLSS would be Assetto Corsa Competizione and a Microsoft Flight Simulator and No Man's Sky. Those are the 3 games that I know of that have VR support, and the DLSS still works. The rest of them, DLSS doesn't work, but it doesn't matter because I prefer native frame rate because it looks better than DLSS. DLSS can look like dog shit. So, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. So yeah, there's no need for the 50. There's no need for the 5090. I don't see a need for the 5080. Same thing applies. All the stuff that I just said, same thing applies. 5070 Ti, I don't think that would be a bad pickup. I just don't want to spend the money for it. It's $750. That brings us to the 5070, which is $549. I don't know. I never speculated on what the price would be, but I do know that a lot of creators were speculating that the 5080 was going to be $1,500. They were speculating that the 5090 was going to be $2,500. But it didn't matter because I always felt from the word go that I wasn't going to need or have an interest in picking up either of those cards. I do find the 5070 a little bit interesting. You know, you guys heard me say it so many damn times. It's got 4 PCs, 2070, 3070 Ti, 3080 Ti, 4090. The PC in particular, my PC with the 3070 Ti, I wouldn't mind picking up a 5070 to replace that one, and that's where my son comes in. My son, his PC has a 3070, which I gave him to begin with. If he wants the 3070 Ti, then I'll give it to him, and then I will grab a 5070. I don't know if I'll use the multi-frame generation or not with the 5070, because I just like native frame rates. But I do primarily, if I did get the 5070, I would primarily use it for flat screen gaming. So I would have a use for the DLS and multi-frame generation if I should choose so. But I mean, truth be told, I kind of don't need the 5070. My 3070 Ti, as far as flat screen games, especially the older ones, it can run them at 4K ultra settings at, you know, frame rates ranging anywhere from, you know, anywhere from 60 to 140 frames per second, depending on the game. I mean, the multiplayer on Gears of War 4, I've run that at 2160 ultra settings, and it was running at about 140 frames per second. That's on a 3070 Ti. Gears 5, which has ray tracing in it, I think I was able to run that at about 115, 120 frames per second at 4K ultra with ray tracing. So that was one of the reasons why I had been screaming for so long that you guys that want to build a PC, you don't have to. There, to me, I don't really feel like if you're going to do some flat screen gaming, I don't think there's a need for anything higher than a 3080 Ti. But now that the 5070 is here, for flat screen gaming, I really don't think you need to go any higher than that. So here's the thing. My 3070 Ti has 8 gigs of VRAM, and I believe is GDR5. And I think the 4070 has GDR6, GDDR6, whatever it is. And the 5070 has GDDR7, and it's got 12 gigs of VRAM versus the 8 gigs in my 3070 Ti. So as far as if I were to upgrade that particular PC from a 3070 Ti to a 5070, it would still be a significant jump, even in raw rasterization. So I think in raw rasterization, I think the 5070 might be the equivalent of a 3080 Ti. So yeah, as it stands, I already said that when it comes to flat screen games, I really don't need it if it comes down to it. Because of the majority of the games that I play on that PC, which is in my bedroom, the majority of those, what time is it? We've got 1 more minute before the session starts. The majority of those games, I can run them at a minimum of 4K 60 Ultra. So there you have it. If I end up picking up a GPU, a 5,000 card, in all likelihood, it will be the 5070. So, you know, I talked to my son this weekend, see if he wants it, and see if he wants the 3070. I mean, because the PC with the 3080 Ti, that's already his. Already, you know, we've already talked about that. You know, it's his. He can take it home whenever he wants. He chooses to leave it here, so when he comes here on the weekend, you know, then he's got a PC that he can play his games on, and he's not and we're not in each other's way. And, you know, with that PC having a 3080 Ti, it's got more than enough horse, you know, it's got more than enough power to do what he needs to do. So yeah, but the 3070 Ti that I would offer to him, that's for his PC that's still at home that has a 3070 in it. So I think it would be a significant jump if he so chooses that he wants it. So there you go. There's my life story as far as whether I plan on getting a new card or not. I got some loose cash laying around, so I think the 5,000 cards are supposed to come next month. I believe the 5080 and the 5090 are supposed to launch January 30th, and the other two cards, the 5070 Ti and 5070, are supposed to launch sometime in February. It'll be interesting to see if the scalpers jump on those cards. I think with the 5090 Ti, the scalpers may grab those cards, but I don't think they're going to move those cards the way they think they will, because I'm led to believe that the majority of the people who want a 5090 are probably going to be people that want the latest and greatest and probably are already upgrading from a 4090. And I would like to think that, you know, being that the 4090 is still a beast and will still crush the majority of GPUs out there, they may be fine with just waiting until they can get one out of the store instead of giving it to a scalper. So let's see here. Let's refresh. Let's refresh again. So we are looking for session. Well, it's at Monza for starters. There it is, 170. Oh shit, there's only one split. Let's see here. What are we going to do about the livery? We'll keep the one that we got. All right. Here we go. Yeah, since I haven't driven this car, since I haven't played this game in about 2-3 weeks, I'm definitely going to need a little bit of practice. Oh boy. Looks like it's stuck. I may have to close it and re-enter. Yeah, I had to stop it. Try it again. I never used to have these kind of problems loading up the game with the VR on. Oh my God. I'm starting to think this thing is frozen again. Let's try this again. If push comes to absolute shove and I can't get in and I can't get this thing to boot up, then I'll just jump over to Le Mans Ultimate and go into a race over there, and I'll just change the title of the stream. All right, I'm getting impatient. But if I don't make it to this race, I'm going to take a massive hit on the ELO. I'm hoping all it was an update. Oh boy. Yep, I think we're going to end up having to hop over to Le Mans Ultimate. It usually doesn't take this long to boot up. And all I can assume is that an update somewhere must have disrupted the game. Um, 'cause there's no way it shouldn't take this long. Yep, folks, I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the towel and jump over to Le Mans Ultimate. It just should not have taken this long. So apologies for that. Oh man, don't tell me I'm having issues with Le Mans Ultimate. Oh, I bet you I know what it might be. I wouldn't be surprised if I need to update. Wouldn't be surprised if disable OpenRX our toolkit. Yep, that needs an update. Let me check with the GeForce and see if there's an update there. Oh, says I got the latest. All right, let's give Automobile List a try one more time. It's probably going to be too late by now. We're already 14 minutes in. The race is probably already started by now, so I probably should have just went ahead and went straight into Le Mans Ultimate. Yep. Come on, come on, come on. Damn. Finally. And I was going to get pissed. Got a bad feeling about this. Wasn't feeling anything from my wheel. All right, folks. I got to go into a practice to see if my wheel's working or not. And this, my friends, is the headache of PC gaming. Because it looks like Le Mans Ultimate just froze. And it looked like my Fanatec wheel wasn't working. PC mode, PC firmware. Says everything's up to right. Yeah, pedals are working. Don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Oh, damn it. Gotta turn on my base shakers. But at least the wheelbase is working. That's another headache to PC gaming, having to go through your checklist.
Radio check.
All right, I think we're finally good to go. I'll just do a couple of laps, make sure everything's in order. Ooh, look at that shine.
It looks clear. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy. Sector 1, yellow flag. Blue flag. Fastest lap for Mark, 142.52. Yellow flag, watch out. I think P5's gone off. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 3 is now yellow. Green flag, Sector 3. Has gone off. Green flag in Sector 1.
Lap 142.4.
Narrow flag Sector 2. Looks like Diogo has spun off. Green flag sector 2. Yellow flag. Alright Clay, you've had a bit of bodywork damage there.
Don't freeze up on me.
Exit is clear. Push. Sector 1 is green. Disengage limiter. Yellow flag. We think that James has crashed. Green flag sector 1. Tyres, we need to get some heat into them. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Fastest lap for Paolo, 141.59. Green flag Sector 1. We think Diogo has binned it. Sector 2 is yellow. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is 1.6 seconds off the pace. New fastest lap for Sebastian, 141.46. Sector 2 is 0.36 off the pace. Flag. Gianni has gone off V3. Sector 1 is yellow. Fastest lap for Vera, 1:14.01.
Let's go check out and see how much time is for this session starts.
That's the end of the session, V6.
So for those of you who 13 minutes, we could actually go back in. For those of you who are just getting here, apologies. My plan was to stream Automobilista 2, but the game froze up on me and did not want to reboot. So the joys of PC gaming.
The P86 clear. Yellow flag, caution. Got cold brakes all round. The track temperature is falling. It's now 34 Celsius. We think that Mirko has binned it. Sector 1 is now green. See, Ferrara has stacked it. Green flag in sector 3. Sector 1 is clear.
Oh my God.
Okay, Clay, we need to watch these track limits. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. Incident in sector 2, sector 2 is yellow. laps of fuel left. We think Martin has gone off. Sector 2 is now green. You're a tenth off the pace. That's sector 1. Yellow flag, sector 3. Your brake temperatures look good. Green flag, sector 3. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 2. You've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed. Yellow flag. That's the end of the session. E9.
These fuckheads don't get enough of pulling in front of people. Well, let's see who's in here. I think that Tinko Vandervelde, I don't think I've raced against him before, but I think I've seen him in some races with some bigger name streamers. No, I've seen that Robert Catone before. Yeah, it looks like people started to pile in here at the last second. If you notice, all these player profile pics, all of them are flashing, and that's as people keep filing in here. I mean, when I first jumped in here, there was 165 people registered for the race. Now we're closing in on 200. Yeah, I don't know why. People like to wait till the last second to register for a race. Yeah, we're over 200. I mean, now I'm just scrolling just to scroll because as more and more people keep falling in, I keep losing my place in the order. So, because I'm trying to see who I recognize. See what the leaderboard looks like. My fastest lap this week was a 1:41.2. So about 2.5 seconds off the fastest lap. Yeah, 139, 140. 40. Yeah, it shows it right here. I'm 2.6 seconds off the fastest lap. But I've gotten into the 140s. I think I've hit one. I think 140.4 might be my fastest lap from the last time I was on this track. So this lap time that it's showing you right here is my fastest lap time this week and not all time. 220 people. Whew. Yeah, the Robert Catone, I've seen that name before. Ugh, excuse me. Fabio Duarte.
Eric McCready said, Happy New Year, my God.
Eric McCready. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Ooh, someone here named Shack Stack. Still looking at names, seeing if I recognize anybody. There was only a couple of names that I've seen before, but I don't see any names in there that I recall racing against. We got less than a minute. Cool. That's 30 seconds. So yeah, once again, for those of you who are just now getting in here, I originally planned to stream Automobilista 2, but long story short, technical difficulties. Some of you seen it, and here we are at Le Mans Ultimate, so I will have to go back and change the title of this stream. Ooh, excuse me. If I can get a podium today, that would be nice. Because that would get back some of the rank that I've lost. Alright, let's get one under our belt. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about the yawning, but
Eric McCready said, Let's go get then, have a good run.
Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate it. Sorry about the yawning. I didn't sleep very well last night.
The exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. The track temp's increasing. It's now 34 Celsius. Sector 1. It looks like ready. Spin it.
half of my city is on fire.
What's on fire? Check that.
Sector 1 is green. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear. Green flag. It looks like Marias has stepped in. Green flag in Sector 1.
Let's go.
Exit's clear. Push. Okay, Glenn. You've got 6 minutes to settle out. The brakes are cold. Be careful. Side's clear.
Fuck! Oh, damn it! I got time to set one more lap. But I can't afford to spin out.
34.7. This will be fastest lap for Da Silva, 1:14.124. The guy behind has just done it, 1:41.24. The guy behind has just done it, 1:43.01.
9:150.53.
Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 150.68. Brake temperatures look good. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Sector 2 time is good. New fastest lap for Moreno, 1:39.76. Alright, Claire, you've got half your fuel left. The car in front has just done a 1:14.87. 2 minutes left in the session. That lap was a 1:14.60.
That lap time I can live with.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the
I'm
pace.
losing it. I'm losing it. Forget it. We just have to go ahead and roll with that 140.6, and I believe my fastest lap here is a 140.4. I know one time a week
That's
ago.
the end of the session. 8th place.
I know one time. Let me see here. So I did qualify in the top half of the results. So unless somebody comes and takes that away, so I will get a positive mark for that. Come back to the standings. So yeah, I'm 8/10 off of the fastest lap. I can live with that. Yesterday when I was practicing, I was not happy because I was in the high 141s, low 142s. That's not going to be enough to finish in the top half. If I can maintain these 140s, that should be enough to finish in the middle of the pack. The aim is I want a podium, but at the very least, I'm trying to finish in the top half of the results. And I am in split 2 of 13. So, Oh, I just got dropped to 9th, 10th, 11th. Now I'm gonna get dinged. Now I'm gonna lose a mark for qualifying in the bottom half of the results. So I lost 3 places. Regardless, I still do believe that if I can maintain laps in the mid to low 140s, I do believe I can still finish in the middle of the pack.
Formation lab has started.
Oh, shit.
Green flag,
Go,
green
go.
flag.
Clear left, car left, clear left. Clear left. Little polish out, mate. Forget about it. Clear right. Yellow flag in sector 2. Green flag in sector 2. Left, clear left. Green flag in sector 3. Is now in 512.
Look at that. He's running him into the pits. That was absolutely stupid and absolutely dirty.
Your brake temperatures are pretty high. The car in front of us is spotting. We can see Freddy has gone off green flag sector 1. Right side tyres are cold. Okay, Clay, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Fastest lap for Matty, 1:14.35. Can't leave in a pit lane. You're reeling E9. The gap is now 1.4 seconds. It's your quickest lap in this session. Clear left. Sector 3 is yellow. Your brake temps are good. Tyre temps are good. First lap was at 9:14.95.
Sim Racing Junkie said 5090 will probably only have a 25 to 30% increase in VR, so I'm not getting one for the price difference. It's just not worth it to me.
Totally agree with you. I'm not getting one either. I don't see any point. I would have to sell my 4090 and take a loss. And then pony up the extra $400 for the $2,000 5090.
Tire temps are good. Alright, Glenn, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. We're halfway home. Increasing. It's now 1.0. Halfway home. If it looks good, that lap was at 1:41.00. Time here, man. We need to pass it. Your left front's cooking.
My what? Oh shit.
Left side. Clear left. just done 141.86. Car left, clear left. We think Matty has been dead. Sector 3 is now clear. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Lap time was 4:42.85. Temperatures are good. Okay, Clay, keep an eye on the pressure. You may make a mistake.
Oh!
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Brian was crashed. Sector 3 is green. We've seen a little bit of aero damage. The car in front of us is now Valetti. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Sector 2 is now yellow. We think that Antonini has spun off. Sector 2 is green. flag. Green flag in sector 3. Last lap. 42.09.
Damn.
Watch out. Sector 1 is clear. We think that Antonini has stacked it. Yellow flag. We think that Marias has binned it. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is now clear. We think Marias has crashed.
He gave it up. Why?
He ain't. That's the end of the race. Never mind. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Wonder why he handed that over. That race got dicey though.
Pit crew is ready.
So the fastest lap was a 140.5, and my fastest lap was a 140.9. So I actually, yeah, it's about what I said. If I could, I finished in the middle of the pack, but I still think that I needed to maintain like this 140.2, 140.4 in order to stay in the middle of the pack. But I don't know, the guy, this Brian Stavy or whatever, he gave me a gift. He pulled over and just let me through. Look at that. We got some decent positive rank. We staring silver in the face again. Expected you to qualify 17th. You qualified 11th. Qualified in the bottom half of the results. I don't even care about my safety rank. That's easy. Just stay clean. All right, 2.7. So we staring silver in the face again. Nah, I'm just not into prototypes. Plus, those cars are hard to control. And I definitely do not want to do the Circuit of Americas, because I suck at that track. Starts in 36 minutes. There's nobody registered for that race. Weekly race. Yeah, looks like another multi-class. Did we got a special event? Nope. What's the online championship look like? Okay, next one. Next race is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm probably not going to compete in it because I at least want to be able to say I got back to silver. Circuit of the Americas. Nah, don't. Well, that finish was good enough to get me positive rank, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that. One or two more results like that one, and I get my silver rank back. I know that's gonna throw me in a whole new category in terms of strength of field, but I just want to at least say that I got back to silver. Said it before, I made it to silver before. And I didn't stay there very long. Had a string of bad luck. So I'm almost, I think it's a pretty safe bet that I'm actually going to do another race tonight, but I'm not going to stream it because by the time I get back on, I know a lot of you in the UK will probably already be in bed. I mean, as it stands, I believe it's probably 10:30 right now in the UK, 10:30 p.m. So yeah, by the time I would get back on, you guys would be asleep. So that being said, I guess I'll shoot for coming back tomorrow or Friday. So I'm not necessarily saying that I could have finished better, but it definitely could have been worse. So I am going to take that. Let's see here. Egg McCraden said, nice cut, bro. Thanks. Appreciate it. Me either. Half of my city is on fire. Yeah, then Sim Racing Junkie. Yeah, I heard your comment earlier about 5090 will probably only have a 20 to 25 increase in VR, so I'm not getting one for the price difference. It's just not worth it to me. Yeah, well, especially with me having a 4090, I would have to sell my 4090 first. I paid $1,600 for it, and I doubt somebody's going to give me $1,600 for it at this stage, especially when somebody can yap about the 5070 giving you 4090 type performance with DLSS 4. So that kind of would put me behind the 8 ball, and then I would need to come up with the extra $500, $600, $700 to get the 5090. So yeah, not worth it. I will be skipping the 5090, that's for certain. But whether I get the 5070 or not all depends on if my son wants my 3070 Ti, and go from there. But hey, if I don't get either of them, I'm fine. I've reached the mountaintop. My 4090 does more than what I needed to do, so it wouldn't make any. In addition to how much money I would have to shovel out, yeah, it just wouldn't be worth it. I mean, shit. Even if the 5090 gave me a 75% increase, it would still almost make no sense for me to pick it up, because like I said, the 4090 has already brought me to the top of the mountain, so I really wouldn't need it. It would be extra horsepower that I would be buying just to say that I have it. So, all right, folks, I've rabbled on long enough. Gonna grab a bite to eat, sit down, watch some TV, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow or Friday. And thanks for watching. Until the next one, you all know the line. Sorry about the technical difficulties that I had at the beginning of this stream. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon.